Hello guys, welcome back to the channel where today we are talking about Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow and the injury situation that he's in. Now obviously when it comes to Joe Burrow and the Bengals, we can't just talk about the injury, but the impact that the injury has had, because Joe Burrow, as you know, we can only put it on on the injury that he suffered. Obviously he suffered a calf in preseason, and it's obviously still giving him some problems. I think it was I believe it was after week 2, but he did say that he had re-aggravated it again, but it's clearly having an impact because Joe Burrow is 32nd in pass completion rate in the NFL with 37.6%, 1-3 quarterback record, no, as the Bengals are 1-3 record, and 34th in quarterback rating, which is the bottom of the league. Which, given how talented Joe Burrow is, that's obviously something very concerning for the Bengals. But Dan Graziano was talking, or rather writing in an article with fellow reporter Jeremy Fowler, and they were talking about a number of topics, but the one that sort of caught my eye was when they were talking about Joe Burrow and what the Bengals are hoping to happen with his injury. And I'll paraphrase here, but the gist of it was that the Bengals are hoping that the calf will improve as long as he doesn't pull it again. Although, given that it's a calf issue, we've already seen that he can pull it again. So hoping that he won't is going to be a bit of a tough one. But they are deciding to tough it out, as he says, with their eyes on a bye that the Bengals have in week 7, which will obviously give them a full 2 weeks, in fact, to heal. Because you obviously have the bye week and then you'd have the week leading up to the next game. So it would effectively, or could effectively, be 2 weeks if they want to give him the full every single day rest. But before that, they do have two very, very, at least on paper, very tricky games. The first is away to the Arizona Cardinals, who have very much surprised a lot of people this season with how they are going. Many people thought they'd be, the worst team in the league, and given how they have their pick and the Houston Texans pick, there was a very good chance that they'd land with the number 1 pick in the draft. I certainly had them in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. Regardless of what's happening with Kyler Murray, they moved off quarterbacks before. You can move off Kyler Murray, or you can at least have someone, use that haul, the number 1 pick, like the Bears did, use that pick and get a haul of picks to so that. But they were very much in the Williams sweepstakes from a standpoint. But so the Cardinals have been very good, so this is certainly not an easy one. And then they have the Seattle Seahawks, who again are posing their own problems in the league and are running the arguably the best team in the league, the 49ers, very close for the NFC West title. So it is not inconceivable that the Bengals will be 1-5 going into that bye week. It is not inconceivable. They could get to 3-3, but given the way it has gone, especially if Joe Burrow continues to play the way he has, 1-5 is very much an option or a possibility for them. And if that happens, and I'm the Bengals, and I saw touch on this as we were going through the preseason, I was talking about, lose the battle to win the war things. If they do get to 1-5, I would shut Joe Burrow down for the season. I would even make the argument, if they lose to the Cardinals, you might want to sit him down then, because what more long-term damage are you doing to him if you keep throwing him out there? So I think the Bengals do have a very, very tough decision. At least I think it's a tough decision. I think if it's 1-5, I don't think it's a tough decision at all. There's no way that you are coming back. I mean, by some miracle, the Bengals go and win every single game after that. That's 11-5. That's still going to put them very much behind the 8 ball when it comes to the AFC playoffs. That's probably not going to be enough to get past, in terms of record and seeding. The Bills, the Chiefs, even in the AFC North, the Ravens are looking quite good. Just overall picture, I don't think you come back from that. So, I don't think they make the playoffs if they start off 1-5. So, for the sake of Joe Burrow's long-term career, and I would not tank. I don't want to use that word, but it would be advisable, shall we say, for the Bengals, if they do get to that 1-5, sit the rest of the season out. If you struggle, you struggle. We know it's not like everything's all bad and the franchise is collapsing. Just one player is injured, and it's the most important player. So, and then you can always use that bad record to get something that he needs, which is a better offensive line. Go and get the best tackle, centre, guard, whatever position you want. Go get him. Get a fullback for you, or for all you can to just keep him in there. Whatever it is, get him some protection. So that is my thing. Again, I say if it goes to 1-5, even if it goes to 1-4, I don't think it's out of the question that they decide, no, that's it. We're not risking this anymore. We're not risking any long-term damage. We're going to sit this out. So let me know what you guys think. Of course, you can leave a comment down below. You've got the links to my profiles and social medias in the description as well. So reach out to me on there as well. Let me know what you guys think.